everyone, welcome to Pearl's Kitchen. Okay, today I'm going to show you a very famous Anglo Indian dish. It's called pepper water and chili fry. They both go very well together and they're made separately and it's eaten with boiled rice. So first we're going to do is make the pepper water, and the ingredients for the pepper water are we need a cup full of lentils, that's red lentils. I've got a pod of garlic, I've got 2 inches of ginger, got 2 to 2.5 tablespoons, around this much of tamarind. You get it in the Indian supermarket. And in here I've got a teaspoon of jeera, that's cumin seed, a teaspoon of rye, that's mustard seed, a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, and 1 whole teaspoon of peppercorns. We'll need salt to taste. And what we do is we're going to take all the masalas and put it in the grinder. Take the peppercorns. Basically everything goes in here. So what we do is now we put some water in here, say around 4 or 5 tablespoons of water, and you just blend it into like a paste. Okay, I've blended the masala. That's how it should look like, all the masalas. And like I said, you need 1 cup of water. So what I've done is I've already, that's the 1 cup of lentils, sorry, not water, lentils, this red lentil. So I've already washed it 3 or 4 times and threw away the water. After washing it, you need to put 5 mugs of water in here. So I've already got 5 mugs of water in here. So what you do is take the tamarind and put it in the water. Just break it and put it in the dal and the water. And then you take all this paste and put it in the water. Okay, so that's that done. And then you take some salt to taste, say around 1.5 teaspoons of salt. So that's it. Now what you need to do is you need to put this here, the gas is already on. You need to put this on the gas and now let it come to a boil. As soon as it's boiling, you need to put the gas completely low, on low heat, and then let it simmer for exactly half an hour. Now you see the pepper water is just about to start to boil. So because you have to, when it starts boiling, you need to put the lid on and then put it on simmer, but keep it on a rolling boil. And make sure it doesn't boil over. If it starts to boil over, just remove the lid and let it boil. So okay, now it's starting to boil, so I'm going to reduce the heat and I'm going to put the lid. Now that's it. Now you let it simmer for half an hour, but keep an eye that it doesn't boil over. Okay, you can see my pepper water is on a rolling boil. So while that's boiling, I'm going to show you how to make the chili fry. And I'm making the chili fry in the pressure cooker because the meat gets done quickly. And in the pressure cooker I've got a ladle spoonful of oil. And then the other ingredients for the chili fry you need is, I'm making it with lamb. You can make it with lamb, beef or mutton. So I've got a shoulder cut, so 1 kilo of lamb, and I've got 2 big onions chopped, and here this goes to be a paste, to become a paste. In here I've got another onion in quarters, and I've got a pod of garlic, again 2 inches of ginger, and I've got chilies. That's the only ingredients we need for the chili fry. I've got extra chilies, that's why it's called chili fry, but you don't, it's made nice and hot, but you could put less chilies if you want. So what we're going to do is, first, the oil is already hot, so I'm going to put the onions and give the onions a stir. Okay, so now what you do is you have to keep browning the onions, frying the onions till it's absolutely like dark golden. Okay, like more on the brownish side. So while the onions are frying, you can do is make the paste of the ginger and garlic and the onion. So just put all that in here. And then you just put some water in there again, 4 tablespoons of water, 4 or 5 tablespoons of water, and then you just put it in this and blend it. So there you go, the masala paste is done. That's how it should look like. I had put 2 teaspoons of chilies in there. You could put less if you want, so keep that aside. And another ingredients that you will need for the chili fry is potatoes. I use new baby potatoes and around 10 to 12 or 10 to 14 potatoes, and you leave the skin on and just cut them in half. So keep that aside, keep them sitting in water. See, that's how my onions, that's how the onions should look like, nice and brown. So now what we can do is, what we need to do is now add the meat to it. And now you keep frying the meat. Now what we do is, you keep frying the meat and keep stirring it from time to time. It will take at least 10 to 15 minutes. Keep frying it till all the meat becomes nice and dark brown. So you keep stirring it from time to time. And what we do is, we add salt now. Salt to taste, at least 2 teaspoons of salt, and give it a stir. And it's still on, the flame is still on high, and if it starts to catch, then lower it and keep stirring it, like I said, till it gets nice and brown. There you go. See, the meat is nice and brown now. So now when the meat is brown, then you need to do add all the masalas to it. Add a little bit of water. And then you give it a stir. So now you keep frying the masala's in there, so now you keep frying the masala and the meat. Keep an eye on the temperature so you can raise it up and then lower it down. And if it starts catching at the bottom, just add a tablespoon of water from time to time. Keep frying the masalas till you can smell the ginger garlic rawness gone. It will take at least 10 minutes. The masala's had its 10 minutes and it's nice, the color is nice. So what we do is now, we just add around a cup full of water, or maybe cup and a half, and then give it a stir. And then what we do is, now people who are cooking this in the pot, you keep an eye on the, keep the gas on medium and let it cook, and if the water is drying out, keep adding water till the meat is tender. And people like me who are making it in the pressure cooker, you put the lid on and you wait for the first whistle to go off. As soon as the first whistle goes off, you see 12 minutes. So that's the meat done. So now while the meat's being done, the pepper water has had its half an hour, and you can see it's still, the lentils is still grainy. That's because normally I make this in the pressure cooker, but because I'm making it in the pot, it's taking longer than usual. So we'll leave this for another, the pepper water will leave for another 15 minutes on a very slow flame on a rolling boil. Okay, my meat's had 12 minutes, so what we're going to do is put that off, and we have to add potatoes in there, but because the pepper water's timing is done, so put that off and let it rest. And now what we need to do is put the pepper water off as well. And now what we need to do is, you need another pot and you need a sieve. So because all this has to go through the sieve, and you have to keep, hang on, I'll show it to you. Keep straining it, and all the stuff will stay in there. That's why it's called pepper water, because it's very liquidy. Okay, and then keep putting more. And then add the rest as well. Now what you need to do is keep pressing it and try and take out as much juice as you can. Keep doing this. This will take a while, at least 10 to 12 minutes. What you need is just keep taking the water from the pot and keep adding onto it like this, and keep pressing it till all the juices comes out from the dal. See, that's how it should look like. It reduces to nothing, all this thing that we have to chuck away. So I kept pressing it, kept adding the juice, so we don't need that now. And that's how your pepper water should look like. That's how runny it should be now. So what you do is now take this and you put it on the gas and bring it to a boil. It shouldn't take long. So while that's coming to a boil, you need is a frying pan, and you need a ladle spoonful of oil in the frying pan. And the ingredients that I didn't tell you earlier is because I had this in the freezer. You need curry leaves, 4 to 5 stalks. So that's coming to a boil, and your frying pan's got oil in it, so let that get heated, and we'll wait till that comes to a boil. Okay, see, the pepper water's come to a boil, so we put that gas off, and now what we do is the lid open, because we need to bagara the pepper water. Now you take the 4 to 5 stalks of curry leaves, and as soon as the oil gets hot, you just put it all in there, and that doesn't take long. The oil is hot, just takes 1 to 2 minutes. There it is, it's nearly done. So what you do is you put this curry oil. There you go. Put it all in here. There you go. And let's give it a little stir and put the lid back on. So that's your pepper water ready. So now let that rest for 20 minutes or so, and we can open the pressure cooker now for the chili fry. That's how it should look like. Still got some juice and it's nice and tender. So now what we do is we add the potatoes to it. And you stir it a bit. Now this, because that's liquidy, pepper water is liquidy, the chili fry has to be a little bit dryish. So just put a little bit more water in there, not a lot, maybe half a cup. Okay, it'll dry out the water. So okay, say 3/4 cups of water you put in there, and now what you do is you put the lid back on again, and as soon as the first whistle goes, you see 2 minutes, and put the gas off. If you're cooking it in the pot, you just let it cook till the potatoes get tender. Okay, my potatoes are done now. It's had its 2 minutes, so we can open the pressure cooker, and that's how it should look like. Smells lovely. Okay, with like a thick gravy. Okay, now what we do is we need, when we serve it, it goes only with boiled rice. So I made some boiled rice early on, so you put some boiled rice on your plate. Like I always say, let it rest first. So then you do is you take the pepper water, give it a stir, and just pour it over the rice. absolutely delicious, the combination of this. And then you take some chili fry and you can put it on the top or you can put it on the side. There you go. So that's the very famous Anglo Indian pepper water and chili fry. I hope you all like this and cook it and make it for your family and friends. And don't forget to press the notification button so you can keep getting notified by when my new videos come up. And thank you for all your support. Please continue to support me by sharing my link and all my videos with your family and friends. And don't forget to subscribe. So hope you'll enjoy this, and I shall see you next week with some more delicious recipes.